Hey, what's up legends? It's Travis from the Lawn Lab and welcome to our YouTube channel. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. So this is episode 5. So in today's episode we're going to be doing a light groom and a dusting with sand on the putting green, and also getting some granular fertiliser down on it, and also getting this main area here, a granular fertiliser on that as well. So we're about 5 weeks post renovation on this area, and the heavy top dress on the green as well. So everything's recovering quite well, but the growth, especially in this main area, is just starting to slow down a little bit. So we want to keep things moving, get it filled in, get it nice and tight before the temperatures drop too much. So we'll give it another granular feed. We gave it a instant release fertiliser at the time of the renovation when we top dressed. And it was quite a heavy top dress, so naturally it'll be expected this area is going to take a bit of time to fill in again. Like I said, in last week's video, we done a PGR application on the fringe and the putting green surface. It's doing wonders. You know, I've dropped the mowing down to about every 2 to 3 days at the moment. Not using a catcher or anything like that. So yeah, we'll head over to the green and get it cut, groomed, and get a bit of sand down. The Baroness back out again, and the good thing about this mower is it has our built-in grooming reel, which I've got it set at about 1.5 mil. Like I said, we're cutting at 3.5 mil, so we'll give this a good tickle, pull any dead rubbish out and stuff like that, thin it out a little bit, and so like I said, we can groom and cut at the same time, which is a massive time saver. Instead of having to pull out 2 machines, groom it and then cut it, we can just do it all in one go. So a little switch on the side here just engages it, so now that groom is ready to go. So cut, groom, like I said, groom at 1.5, cut at 3.5, and then I'll show you what we're going to be using over there to give this green a light dusting. All right, so I just gave it a double cut and a groom with the groomer. So you can see here, show the surface there. It's not like we're not scalping it or anything like that. We're just pulling a bit of dead stuff out. So I'll show you what's in the catcher. So don't know if you can see it on camera, but still plenty of green stuff, but there is just that little bit of dead plant material. So it's not a super aggressive groom or anything like that. We're not trying to go into the soil and tear it to pieces. It's just about keeping the surface as tight and as low as possible, and we don't want to get thatch build up. So that's, I guess, what this dusting is going to help with as well. Regular dusting can help with that thatch level, and also keep the surface as firm as possible, which is going to make it play a lot nicer. Yeah. Alrighty guys, so this is what we're going to be using to do the dusting on the putting green. So it's a Eco250 Top Dressing machine. So we use this to top dress all our lawns in the business. When we do our spring renovations, that sort of thing, late season ones, and sort of top dressing. The main thing we run through it is sand. We can do some light soils and stuff like that. But yeah, we find sand tends to go through it the best. So basically it's got a trap door on the front there that you open it up, and the conveyor belt will just push it onto these. They simply spin and throw the sand out. So you can kind of control from up here. With this guy here, you can actually control how much sand you want to let out and throw out. So yeah, it definitely makes light work of top dressing. You know, when we used to do all our renovations when I first started the business, we used to do it all with a wheelbarrow and shovel, the old school way. And yeah, it just kills your back, kills your body. So it's definitely a handy piece of equipment to have. I've had it for about 3 seasons now, and hasn't let me down. So it spreads out some sand real quick, especially if you have a machine loading it. But holds about 1/4 cubic metre of sand when it's sort of loaded up. But we're only doing, like I said, a light dusting on the putting green surface here, so we don't need a heap of sand. Yeah. So we'll spread this out and give it a rub in. We'll get our fertiliser down. So I will put something to stop sand going in our cup or our hole there. But yeah, I think the green's looking really good, to be honest. It's probably definitely the best I've had it, and the best I've sort of been able to keep it at a certain level. In previous or in the past, it's tend to fluctuate a little bit. It looks good for a few weeks and then dies off, but no, over the last month it's been really good. So just got to keep up that maintenance. All right, so all rubbed in now. Like I said, it wasn't a heavy top dresser or anything like that, so we'll get our fertiliser down. And once this gets watered, you probably won't see much sand. I reckon we'll be back mowing on this in about 4 days. So we actually did, probably don't know if you can see it on camera, but any rocks or rubbish or little bits of shit, I've actually just pushed them all to the edges. So I'll go around with the rotary mower and just do 2 passes around the edge just to suck any of that stuff up before we throw our fertiliser down. So, but yeah, like I said, 4 days, I reckon we'll be back mowing this. So. All right, so this is the fertiliser we're going to be putting out, guys. So it's Lawn Pride's Maintain Mini. So it's a mini prill fertiliser designed for low cut turf. So if you're cutting turf, I would say 15 mil and under. This is a great option over a standard prill size. So I'll just quick look here for you, so we can see it's quite a small prill. So it's going to fall into the canopy when it gets watered in, and you're not going to pick it up with your cylinder mow on the next mow. So with the putting green and this area of Tahoma here, we've got about 600 square meters in total. Full application rate is 2 kilos. So we've got our little Scott's handy spreader here. I'll just put it on probably number 4, and we'll just do, these hold about 2.5 kilos. So nearly a level full one of these will be 2 kilos, and we'll throw it out and get the irrigation run and give it a really, really good water in. So let's get this fert out. Well, we definitely need a bigger fertiliser spreader so we can just fill her up and do it all in one hit, but the little green one we'll have to do for now. So, all right, so that's our Maintain Mini fertiliser all thrown down. So I'm just gonna go in the shed and run the irrigation now. We'll probably give it about 40 minutes each zone, and then I'll also give it another hit tomorrow morning to give it a really good water in. So we actually haven't irrigated this area, I would say, for a good 2, maybe 3 weeks. We've had plenty of rain recently, so it hasn't needed it. But yeah, thank God I do have irrigation, or we put irrigation in when we laid the turf, because it's too big of an area to drag sprinklers around and stuff like that. So guys, what I thought I'd do in the next video, if you guys are keen, drop a comment and let me know, but maybe do a little bit of a walkthrough of our property, show you some different areas that you haven't seen yet, and just chat about some of the varieties we have, how long they've been down, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, see if you're keen to see that, something a bit different. But yeah, we'll get this irrigation running, and I'll catch you in the next one.